Today we're going to bake up a Swiss roll, but with this one we're going to give it an orange flavouring. So let's just bake it. So let's just take a look at the ingredients we're going to need. The ingredients we require for this recipe are 100 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of caster sugar, 1 orange for flavouring, 4 eggs and some icing sugar. Now the first thing we need to do is put our eggs into the mixing bowl. Okay, and then add our sugar. These all need to be mixed together now to make it all nice and creamy. Okay, that looks nice and creamy. To give us the orange flavouring, we need the zest and the orange peel. So we'll just rub that down there and the smell of orange. Love oranges. So now we've mixed this up, we need to put our flour in there. So we're going to sieve this. And gently fold it in. You don't want to be too vigorous with it because we've got a nice lot of air in the mixture now and we want to keep the air there. You could bake it up just like this, just for a plain Swiss roll, but so we're going to give it some orange flavouring, so we're going to put the orange peel in there now. And just gently mix all that in as well. Place some baking paper onto a tray and with some oil just gently go over the paper to try and prevent the cake from sticking. Well, probably will stick to a degree to the paper. And all we need to do now is tip the mixture onto the baking paper. And then just spread it evenly across, trying to get it into all the corners. Place the oven on gas mark 7 or about 200 degrees. Place in the oven for about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes are up. And that's looking good. We'll place that onto a wire rack. We'll put some icing sugar. We'll gently give it a bit of a dusting over the top. Now place some more greaseproof paper over the top, and with either another wire rack or maybe a chopping board, just lift and turn it upside down, and just gently take the tin off, which comes off very easily. We'll then remove this paper. There. We'll place it back on top and turn it over. Okay, remove the top paper again, which should come off nice and easily, which it does. And then we're just going to trim up the sides. They won't get wasted, I can assure you of that. What I'm going to do now is just roll it with the paper still on into shape whilst it's warm. Okay, and then we'll leave that to cool. Often you put jam in this type of cake, but I'm going to go with a buttercream, and with this buttercream I'm going to put some orange flavouring with it. To make the butter icing up, obviously we need some butter. It's about 50 grams here, but it's up to you how much you want to put in there. I've got some orange flavouring, a bit of a squeeze of orange as well, and some icing sugar. So let's put the icing sugar in there first. And we'll mix the icing sugar into the butter. So mix that well in. Okay, and then with some orange flavouring, put about a teaspoonful of this in there. And then a bit of squeeze of orange as well. Don't want too much, probably again about a teaspoonful's worth. Put a lid on that so we don't spill it, and then continue mixing it up. And this should have rolled up quite nicely, so we're going to unroll it. Yeah, it's cooled down a bit now as well, and you can see it's stayed into a rolling shape. So now what we want to do is put our butter icing evenly over the top of this and roll it back up. I'll spread this out. Don't go right to the edges, because when you roll it out, some of it is going to squeeze towards the edges anyway. And we'll roll this back, but this time keep the paper on the outside. And with that, we'll put that in the fridge for about an hour or so, and it'll be ready to serve. This has been in the fridge now for a couple of hours, so let's have a look, see what it looks like. So I'll just put a sprinkling of icing sugar over it. The good old Swiss roll, this one with an orange flavouring to it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this film. If you have, please give a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.